need names.
It's recording, so...
Wait, has it been recording?
No. It's recording now, though.
Oh. Alright, well,
I'll just cut all this junk out.
That's fine. This is wonderful.
Otaku and Chill, right? The wacky weebs. The wacky weeb wonders.
We are not the wacky weebs. That is not our official
That's just
name.
who we are.
Hello,
or
everyone.
Way better than
Otaku and Chill.
Welcome to the Wacky Weeb podcast. My name's Greg. Here with me today, I have Christian, Reggie, and Chris. Christian, say hello.
I'm cutting all of this.
Hello, I'm Christian.
No, it works.
Reggie, say hello.
Domo.
And Chris, say hello.
I'm your host, Chris.
He is our host. Chris
And-
set all this up.
And we are the Otaku and Chill. We will talk about anything and everything anime and manga. What we love, what we hate, and what we disagree on. Because there's going to be a lot of disagreement.
All disagree.
And games.
And games. I mean, anime
and figures.
games. And figures.
And merch.
Everything. And,
The whole world.
So, we've been wanting to do this for how long, guys?
It's been months.
Forever.
We finally got together. We're doing it.
What a build-up. It's been months. Not decades, not years. It's our life dream, but man, for months, for a season, we thought, like, man, once it gets cold, won't it be a good idea to make
A month's a long time for us.
It's a lot of anime.
It's a lot.
Alright, so, I want to know, so everyone else knows, what is the one anime that you remember that got you into anime?
Well, that's easy for me. Is Naruto. I mean,
Naruto?
I watched it before I knew what anime was.
Yeah, for
Fresh
anyone
young
that
blood.
doesn't know, Christian is the youngest among us.
Well,
That would be...
I think though,
Oh, that
there's
matters.
a lot of people.
Well, for your first
That's their
anime,
first.
it definitely would probably be something that's aired closer to Cartoon Network.
yeah, I mean, I think it
like
all depends on
Toonami.
Right,
it all
Toonami.
depends on your age.
Wow.
Yeah. What did you?
I don't even
what
remember
were
when
you,
Toonami
you
started.
were you were introduced to Naruto
I saw
first.
Naruto
and
when I was young.
What a good one. What a
When I
good
first
one
watched
to like.
Naruto,
it's
I thought it was like another Avatar or something like that. I didn't know what anime was.
Avatar is pretty dope.
I didn't know what anime was.
I don't know about Korra. Sorry. But it was a little... I don't know. I didn't finish it. I don't know. I'm not gonna
That's
speak...
not an anime.
I'm not going to speak something I haven't finished.
Me and Chris had an argument about this. It's not an anime.
You don't think?
I think it's an anime. Chris
I think it's
doesn't
an anime. I think it's an anime.
And I think
Naruto?
most of
Or
the otaku world
Avatar.
would disagree with
Avatar.
us, Reggie.
It is
Avatar,
not...
The Last Airbender.
I don't
It
think
has Asian folklore, Asian knowledge.
I would
Asian-
agree with
Asian
you,
mystery in there.
But the entire weeb community would tear us apart if we sat here and said
No.
that it was...
This
No.
is what I was talking.
It doesn't
Chris and
have
I
to
had like a
have-
half-hour argument about this afterwards.
Next time, okay, just for you out there, I would say look at the Avatar, like what was it, the credits, and you would see a lot of Asian names, right? I mean, what makes an anime an anime if not
That's true. I mean,
an animation?
It's very culture. It's
a
very
Japanese
anime culture.
animation? There's a lot of non-Americans on that set, you know, in the writing. They may not be the Nickelodeon producers. Sure, Nickelodeon produced it. They were like, give us one. But, I mean, is it ours or is it theirs?
It's true. It's ours. It's ours. I take it as ours.
I take it as ours, but I mean, I learned a little more about chakras thanks to Aang, the Avatar, and Shanhui, the writer, which is probably not the writer. It's not the writer at all, but I will look it up before I ever cite a writer again. I will definitely know what I'm talking about, but he's still Asian. I'll say that for sure.
Go.
Okay. Back to me.
This is the Reggie show.
But I think Ruby is an anime. I agree with you, Sawyer.
Well, the people don't know. So we have our wonderful lad Sawyer here as a guest,
Our lad.
and he made a good point about Ruby, right?
Yeah. Well, the debate was, is Avatar an anime?
Yes.
And I think you gotta decide like what qualifies as an anime. But my example was Ruby, because there was a huge debate. You used to get kicked off like the r/
Listen, I like Ruby.
anime for posting about it, and then they went to Japan and they asked Japanese people if they thought it was an anime, and they basically the best explanation they gave from was it's not where it's made that determines if it's an anime.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's like the content.
Yo,
and the
from
intent.
the origin itself, we get hit with the truth.
Cause like,
And I didn't know that story. That's a good story because I really like Ruby. You know, like
is Jackie Chan's adventure an anime?
yes, dude. Oh man, Chucky.
It's there. He's dropping Chinese knowledge on us. It's
So
check. Ah,
I mean, 5 more things.
One more thing.
Well,
It's an anime.
It's an anime.
I agree. It doesn't have to be from Japan.
Where's the heart?
I
Where's the heart?
think it's more like an animated medium that's supposed to target more than just like kids is what makes an anime an anime. Like, if it's just like Peppa the Pig, right? It's like that's not an anime because it's targeting kids.
Yeah.
That's true.
But like
I think they
something like
pretty up a
Naruto,
lot.
like you can watch it as a kid, you can grow up with it, and like
Yeah.
you can see how it builds. Or like Avatar has things that are applicable to multiple like age groups.
That's true.
So like that, for me at least, that's what makes something
I agree.
more an anime.
I agree. Do we have like an official definition anywhere? Like, do we have one?
I call them opinions.
Let's
Their opinion. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
there
all
should-
opinions.
there should
All right.
be-
Hold on. Wait. Back to the subject at hand. We were talking about what got us into anime.
Yes. What was
Naruto?
the anime that got you?
What about Naruto made you want to continue watching anime, Christian?
I don't know. Just the overall fights in it that got me hyped. I remember my mom getting mad at me because she bought a movie for the family, but I didn't want to watch it with her because Naruto was about to fight Gaara, and I had
Yes.
to see it.
a big
I couldn't
deal.
miss it.
Oh man, dude, the Rock Lee Gaara fight
Oh,
in the original
amazing.
Naruto. It's still one of the best fights in all of it.
What a build up. You wanted him to leave. You
Oh,
want
yeah.
Korra
You
to
wanted
die for hurting poor Rock Lee, and you're over it. But someone take
Crushed his leg, man.
Sasuke jumps in. Sasuke's like, I'm gonna be tough. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna beat somebody,
No.
and he doesn't. You know, he fights a little, but
Reggie, what about you? First anime.
okay. So the first I ever was exposed to Ghost in the Shell. I'm old, so we used to rent tapes, VHS tapes from from wherever, Video Safari or Blockbuster, and my mom would randomly get stuff like that. So my mom was into it. She got Ghost in the Shell, and obviously at first I was like, boobs. Whoa, what's going on? What is this movie? I like cartoons, And shortly after that, so she got that. She got the one assassin, which I have to look up the name. There's like an assassin with a dragon tattoo all over his body, and he'd like hold a dagger in his mouth and cry before he had to kill someone. It was like it was really deep, but to me,
What?
no one was powering up. There weren't a lot of boobs in it, so
Yo,
I
get
wasn't
me into
crazy
this.
about that one at such a young age. But no, it was Ghost in the Shell, and then she bought me Akira for like my 10th, 11th birthday, and it is a deep ass movie to give a child. Excuse me, a deep movie to give a child because
Yeah.
it was real. But aside from that, Dragon Ball Z would always be playing on Cartoon Network early in the morning.
I feel like everyone of our age group, just for the people watching, we're like, late 20. Well, Christian's the youngest, right? But like a lot of us are
I'm
late
old.
20s, early 30s. So it's like that's the age we grew up in. Like everyone watched Dragon Ball Z in that age.
Oh yeah. I loved it. I mean, I always would catch Gohan's Piccolo training, right? Like just ran before I even knew what it was. I always saw this little kid with a sword in his bag chasing dinosaurs. Like, this is awesome. This is pretty cool. And then once I really got it and then like fell into it and absorbed it, I mean, it became my everything in anime. For a long time, I couldn't watch anything else because I felt like I was like betraying Dragon Ball Z. But Dragon Ball Z, and I'm not gonna lie to you, Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was my
Girls and tits.
I did, yeah.
Dude, I love
Reggie was about it.
There was
Listen,
a lot of transforming in Sailor Moon. I'm not gonna lie.
Teenage
to you.
Greg liked Sailor Moon, not just for the women, but for the story too.
It was deep. It's a super deep story, right? Like it was. I think it was
It's a
the
good
first story that was like.
Did you
this
know
is
it's a Christian-based story?
I did not know that. Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What about a princess from the moon
No,
reincarnating
So
on
like,
Earth?
I only just found out about this recently.
Where is
but
Jesus?
It's
Where is he? Is he tuxedo mask? No, I'm just playing.
Maybe.
But he could be.
Are you recording?
No, I do want to know though.
Okay.
Like, please, I'm interested in this.
Oh, I actually don't have the full lore on this.
Ooh.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay, I'm down.
To
But
be continued.
I had one of my otaku buddies tell me that it is a Christian-based story, and it was actually my wife's good friend.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's based on Christianity because we all go to the same church." And it's like, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got to look into this."
I do
a lot
know
of the symbolism and
that
stuff.
she didn't call I don't even. It's been so long since I've seen it, but the actual protagonists, they were never demons because the creator of Sailor Moon I knew was really religious, like wife of Hunter x Hunter creator. But yeah, I know that she herself was. I did not know. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
interested
So
in that.
I'll have to
That's
get back to
pretty
you on that. That's for another podcast.
I like stuff like that for another episode. In the
Chris,
future.
Chris, you've been real quiet. We gotta ask you the anime. that got you into anime?
All right. So, first time I watched anime, I didn't know it was anime. Obviously, like
Tricked me into it.
how most people, when they find anime, they just think it's another cartoon. But mine was, I had to hide it because my dad was like super, super like high religious. Like he threw away my Pokemon cards because he thought they were evil. I knew.
Wow.
I knew.
RTS is an evil game. I can only imagine.
So
Pocket monsters.
the anime that got me into anime
evil.
was Monster Ranch.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
I've never heard
Super
of it.
rip
Never
off of
heard it.
Pokemon.
It was. Wait, wasn't that the one with the big yellow eyeball?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So it's discount Pokemon.
I don't know. Was it
basically?
Monster Ranch though, or was that? Hold on.
No, Monster Ranch had the yellow stem eyeball
It's just
thing.
an eyeball.
Yeah, with a curve
With a big
where
mouth.
for its foot or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
But the anime that I fell in
that's
love with,
Fox.
because that's what I
Fox.
started looking for. Like I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I need to, because it was on Toonami.
Yeah, I want to see more of
But it
this
was
stuff.
G Gundam that got me hooked.
Oh man, I love
Shiny
Gundam.
burning finger, shiny
Listen,
finger. That's,
Shiny.
That's great. That's great.
oh,
Nobody as a kid had any idea what was going on.
No,
in
nobody was
Gundam.
sick.
I was like-
But it looked cool doing it.
Very
But it
political.
looked cool doing it.
I thought like, okay, when I grow up, there will be an army. I will join it and get a Gundam. I was 100% in for that. But right there, Gundam X was amazing because they were like, all wars are over. You basically, the head American gets in the American Gundam, the head
Yeah,
Japanese guy
exactly.
gets, and you fight it out.
You fight it out. You
Like,
fight it out in big armored
stop.
suits.
Drilling oil out of the ocean. Figure it out. Get in your robot and fight me. I don't know.
That's how the world should be.
Not American.
I don't know how it was for you guys, because you guys are about the same age as me. You might be a little bit older than me. But,
knows?
like, going to school in the 90s and liking anime was rough. Because there's, like, no one to talk to about that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no one watched that stuff.
No one
Except
watched
Dragon Ball
it.
Z. I had buddies
I think,
that watched
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
People
That
looked
was
at
it.
you
I think
weird.
It was a stigma. Like,
It was
something
a
wrong with you.
huge
I think-
stigma.
You don't watch Dragon Ball Z. You don't watch those dudes with
Even-
no shirts fight.
Even now,
Yeah.
honestly,
Nothing
for
wrong with
school,
the gay community.
to admit you like anime is like a big no-no.
Really?
I feel like it's getting more culturally accepted now.
At least when I was in
I think
school, even
it's-
though it's not that long ago,
Yeah.
it still
Yeah.
was. No one watched it. Only like the weird kids, quote unquote weird kids,
The
would watch
weebs.
it.
Yeah, you watch cartoons, man.
Yeah, you're alternative.
Well, it's like the problem with a lot of things is people don't remember the good stuff. They remember like the weird bad stuff. It's like you can watch like a perfectly acceptable anime, but your parent or your family member always walks in on like the worst 20-second clip of the whole show every time.
AKA Darling in the Franks. I don't know if you've seen that.
What are you in here doing?
Yep.
They need to synchronize. They're synchronizing. Get out of my room. It's a big deal. It's the last episode.
Why are they making all those noises while they're in that?
Fine.
In their neck?
It's a lot of work in this neck.
Did you like the ending to Darling in the Franks?
No.
I didn't see
No.
it. I don't know.
No.
Yet.
I
I
did
did
not like
hear.
it.
Someone spoiled it for me. Told me. Spoiler alert.
Do we have to spoiler alert on all these? or-
No,
I
if
thought
you're
you
listening
should,
to our podcast,
I would have respected that. We'll say that it's something you should watch if you're into
Yeah.
like, something that's questionable.
Absolutely.
Just log
fantastic.
into it, watch the first episode, and see how they have to power these robots. Because that's good writing.
if we do put in a spoiler, we'll say spoiler alert.
We should probably do like a general spoiler
Yeah.
for anything anime, but if it is like so this is what happened in the last episode or the last chapter, we
Yeah.
should probably do a general. Hey, if you haven't finished this,
Yeah.
And I'll put in
Skip
the
ahead.
comments of the podcast,
Yeah,
like,
because I don't want to ruin anything. I get excited for that one chapter that finally comes out. I won't ruin anything for anyone.
like My Hero today came
Today,
out.
I didn't read it today.
Oh,
Oh, don't talk about it.
I was wrong.
Listen,
I get
you can't
paid
spoiler alert me because I'm still watching that.
I was wrong. What I told you last
I
week?
think she was in there listening to them, like covert option. No? Okay. All right.
Totally wrong.
We'll
There's
talk
some
later.
conspiracy going on.
We're deep. We're current in
There's some conspiracy going on here.
there's
in
some-
My
some
Hero
next level
December 5th.
leads up.
We're reading the
the
new
manga.
episodes.
Oh.
Which you know what? God bless you, scanners online. It's not cool to pirate things, obviously give respect and patronage to those who
But
write
we need
these
you. We
amazing
need you.
stories. But man, my hat off
Don't give up.
as I salute those
Don't give up.
who record things that I could never buy. Because, oh man.
I don't have that much money.
I read so much of it. Man, oh man, do I.
I actually paid for the Shonen Jump monthly, though, so I actually put a little money towards them.
Can I say that, like, some mediums I feel like are definitely